Hey folks, welcome to my end of year blush collection. I will do swatches, maybe not every single item, but I've gathered all my blushes and I'm going to do, I think, my lip product separately in another video. And then I'll do bronzers, highlighters, foundations, and contour and face powders in another video together. Unless I change my mind while sitting here, but this video is just going to be blushes. A couple of these products, some of you might say those are highlighters, Tammy. To me, they're blushes, okay? Speaking of which, Chris, you already know this because I texted you right after I did it. I was doing a no-buy for December. Just to see how it would go for myself. I broke the no-buy today. So 2 weeks in, I broke my no-buy. Do I feel bad? Heck no. You wanna know why? Because I would have spent so much money by now if I had not said I was doing a no-buy for December. Like, when I say so much money, I mean, if you watch previous videos, I'm no stranger to spending money. I would have spent a lot by now. So no, I don't feel bad. I did treat myself. I bought 2 blushes and then a bronzer is on its way. And yeah. So, yeah, I feel happy about that. Reason being, I probably would not have broken it if I wouldn't have scurried off into Sephora. But it seemed pretty quiet in there, and I was like, I'm just going to go in and take a peek. Because I haven't even been on the app since, what? The second to last week. Whenever the Black Friday stuff, no. Because I didn't even order anything during Black Friday. So I think a week, whenever the Sephora VIB sale happened, that was the last time I was on the Sephora app. So after the VIB sale was done, I didn't even go on there. But I stopped in there. If you're wondering what the bronzer that's coming, so during the Black Friday sale on Amazon, the RMS Beauty bronzers were on sale. But for whatever reason, they removed the lightest shade of the bronzer off Amazon and only had the darker shades. I'm not going to buy a darker shade. So because of that, I wasn't able to get the bronzer during the Black Friday sale. So I think, yeah, Black Friday. Yeah, that was the only thing I really, actually did want. And that was, in November. Anyways, it's back. So I did a few last minute gifts for Grace that we couldn't find at the mall or at Walmart today. And I tossed that puppy in there. So, 2 things. I bought both blushes. Again, you guys are going to say one of these is a highlighter. To me, it's going to be an eyeshadow. It's going to be a blush. First things first, NARS. This is the last one in this shade. And this one's been on my wish list. And I swatched it and I was like, yeah, I still really want that one. Oh, if you're wondering the shade, so it's NARS Blush. These are refillable. That's cool. What one's this one? Dolce Vita. I had the cashier open it because I seen powder and stuff all on the outside. I might have wiped it off. But I was like, can you please check that before I go home? Because I don't want to get home, open it, and see that it's been one that's returned or it's been swatched. Just, packaging. So yeah, Dolce Vita. I think it's matte. Looks like this. And there we go. It's kind of like that, ooh, I know something this will go good with that I put on this morning, and this morning's Get Ready With Me. It's not full on like a pinky brown, but this is pretty close to a pinky brown blush. Sir, do I have to come over there?
Yes, please.
So that's Dolce Vita. That's been on my wish list so I can remove it. Another one, I was telling Chris just a little bit ago because I was talking to her again, told her what I was having a bite to eat. Don't be surprised, many more of these in 2025 are going to end up in my collection. The Haus Labs Bio Radiant Gel Powder Highlighter. Now, I know it says highlighter, but again, for me, these are for my eyes and to use as blush because some of them are just so pigmented and pretty. Oh, what one is this? Fire Opal. Man, I hate trying to open packaging sometimes. They're like not as easy. Like, just let me get in here. Yeah, I swatched several of these and I was like, just pick one, Tammy, because I was getting the NARS blush. And I didn't want to like go into full on impulsivity and just buy a bunch of stuff. So I picked this one, but there's several others I'd like to get. So this is the Fire Opal one. I also like the packaging. And this one looks like this. Like, look at that. This is gonna be great, like, even in the summer and the spring. Like, just picture that on the eyes, on the cheeks. It's gonna be blinding. The reason why I say I'm gonna use it as a blush because I tend to, I'm gonna put this one right here. That is so pretty. Like, just do like a nice look. You could even put that over this, but like even on the eyes. But I'm gonna be using it as a blush. So pretty. It's like pink and orange and like coral, peachy. So pretty. So there's that one. Alright, and that's what's new for the month of December. And alrighty then. Alright, since we're there, Haus Labs, this one's in Rose Quartz. Again, it's a highlighter. I use this as a blush though. Here's this one. This is the one that started it all for me, actually going in and swatching them and being like, yeah, I think I'm going to end up owning a lot of these. I don't know if like the color is popping up as much for you guys, but like you see how pink that is. Some of my favorite blush looks are with using this one here, Rose Quartz. Love it. I'm not really interested in her actual blushes. Her highlighters is what has my eye. Alright, we have this blush here. It's from Palace Identity in Blossom Blush HO3 number Rose. I got this in an indie box. I've only used it a couple of times. I like it. I like the packaging more than anything, but the blush, it's like 3 different colors. I just swirl them together and it gives you this nice, I'm gonna put this one right here. It's a nice, it's not full on terracotta, but you know what? It's kind of terracotta orange, I guess. Then we have this blush that I used today from RMS Beauty. This one's in the shade Hanky Panky. I'll try and go quickly. I'm not going to swatch the cream stuff, I don't think. That's so pretty. I have this on today over another one. You can build it up to as dark as you want or as light. I just stuck my finger really in there, but super pretty. Then we have Kosas in Swoon. This is the shade Swoon. Looks like this. I like the Kosas. The Kosas blushes are one of my favorites. I almost picked up one of these today. I put it back though. Like I said, I told myself I could pick up 2 things while I was in there, and that was that. Because it all adds up quickly. Here's another RMS Beauty blush. This one's in Sangria. There's several shades of this blush I'd like to get. Well, probably I have a lot of them saved on my wish list, but technically I don't want them all. So this one's Sangria. Very pretty. Alright, we have this Revlon powder blush. Alright, it's in the shade Naughty Nude. This one I feel like is... I like how it feels, but on me... This is one where I'm holding on to it because it is silky smooth. It's a super kind of bronzy. I don't know. I'm undecided on this if I actually, like, I like the formula because it's silky smooth and it has like a nice sheer, like super sheer glow. I'm pulling this one out actually. I've just decided. Alright. Okay. We have Cover FX. This is the monochromatic blush duo. There's a matte and a shimmer. This one's Spice Cinnamon. I did use this one last week. And I really like this. We will not get rid of that. You can build it up. The shimmer side you need to super pretty. I like it. We should be able to tell too the tones I like by going through these swatches. Then we have another Cover FX monochromatic blush duo. This one's in Mauve Mauve. This one looks like this. This one's a lot lighter but more pinky. Very pretty. We have the Natasha Denona mini My Mini Dream Glow blush. I just do the two blushes. It's right there. But then if I take them and mix them, there we are. It's also very pretty. We have Annabelle. This is a... Oh my gosh. One second. Sorry. This is this is Golden Bronze. If you guys want to know, I cut my video out so I could let one rip, and then I went back into the video, and Matt's back there laughing because he heard me say 1 sec, and then he heard me fart, and I was like, "Don't worry, I got out." I just heard my stomach making sounds, and I'm like, "Yeah, this thing could be able to. I can't hold this one in. Sorry." This is Annabelle. I gotta look up. There's a couple of brands, Annabelle being one of them. I can't remember if it's just Canadian, but it just says talc-free powder, Golden Bronze. Oh, that's pretty. Why am I not using this? Because I have too much. That's pretty. Even as an eyeshadow. This almost maybe should make its way into my eyeshadow collection. I might do that. I'm definitely keeping that. That's pretty. That one right there. Yeah, perfect blush in the shade Golden Bronze. That's gonna go with my single eyeshadows. That's pretty. I have another one, also Perfect Blush. This one's in Lotus. This one I might let go because even as an eyeshadow, I don't know if I'll use this one as an eyeshadow. No, this one's too, it's right there. Would I use this one as an eyeshadow? I don't want to keep, again, I'm not going to get rid of things for the sake of getting rid of things. I'm not going to use that one. That one's going to go. It's pretty, but that's going to take a lot of, well, let me think. I'll put that in with my single eyeshadows. We'll give her a try. We have REM Beauty. This is a satin matte blush in Skinny Dipped. Looks like that. I'm not getting excited about blushes. I have favorites. I'm still debating if I'm going to do a favorites video, and then I'd have to pick what I really want to do. I have a lot. Almost everything's favorites. Here's another NARS blush. I believe it's also matte. This is in the shade Behave. It's very, this is like one of my neutral blushes. It's more taupey than this shade. Yeah, now that one's sitting there, that looks like a bronzer, right? But it does say it's a blush. These two kind of look similar. This one's more taupey brown though. Even though like in the pan, it looks like it's so basic. I like it a lot. Alright. Laura Mercier. Blush Color Fusion in the shade Rose. Catching on to my arm hairs there. But it's a pretty, that's actually a pretty color. It's looking more pigmented to me than you guys because of all the lighting. But it's pretty. And no, I'm not going to count how many blushes I have, okay? No, thank you. Maybelline Fit Me. This is in the shade Plum. I have some hard pan in here, but this looks very cool tone. So yeah, that one, it's kind of got hard pan in here. And it's probably because I don't use it. I'm going to get rid of this one. I do like these Maybelline's ones. Or do I scrape it off? Because it's a nice color. I'm going to keep it. I'll scrape off some of the hard pan. And then I have another one in, I think it's Rose. Also Maybelline Fit Me. Oh, lordy, lordy. That might have been a bad idea. And that's the Rose one. I'm sorry if my video is cutting in and out. I ate before coming on here. That might have been a huge mistake. Because it sounds like the Arabian jungle is running through my intestinal tract right now. Like, dear Lord. Do you want to know what I had? I had a nice super spicy ramen bowl with eggs and shrimp tempura in it. And I decided to drink the broth afterwards because even though it was spicy as heck, it was so good. If I regret life choices at the moment, this is probably it. We have a MAC blush here. Powder blush. This one's matte. This is in the shade Mocha. Yeah, I apologize in advance if that's the shade Mocha right there. I like it. Again, it's kind of going on over my hairs. I feel like so far nothing's really looking too close together. The lighting might make some look, but like this one's more brown, this one's more... Like I can tell the differences with my own lighting. The ones that look probably the closest right now are like these two, but one has more of a sheen and looks kind of more chocolatey or coppery. Alright, we have a Makeup by Mario Soft Pop Powder Blush in the shade Desert Rose. I think this might be... I feel so soft. Is there anybody in there? Oh, really? Man, if you don't hurry up and get out of that bathroom, I'm going to be knocking on heaven's door here shortly. Jeez. So that's the makeup. That's super soft. It's a lot lighter than I remembered. But that's one that I tend to gravitate towards when I'm doing like a neutral look. Oh, I dropped my cloth. Ugh. Okay, let's see. Okay, I'm still recording. Alright, we have another MAC blush. This is a sheer tone blush in the shade Blush Baby. I'm not really sure what sheer tone means. This one, I bought it because it looks like a pinky purple shade right there. I mean, I do feel like I have a variety of colors with different undertones and stuff, right? Now I'm like, what one was that? Because I don't remember. I shot the sheriff. Okay. I've had this. This is one of my oldest blushes, and I have not gotten rid of it. It doesn't break me out or anything, so I've kept it. It's the Lorac Billable Blush, and it's a matte shade in the shade Spectra. Or Spectre. No, Spectra. I don't even remember where I bought this from. Maybe my local drugstore. Still smells like a blush. And it's right there. Yeah, this is like, this actually might be, yeah. This is one of my oldest blushes. I have one more that might be close to being just as old. There we go. That's pretty. Yeah, it's like everything's different, slightly different undertones and stuff. So there's that one. Then we have the L'Oreal Infallible 24-Hour Fresh Wear Blush in the shade 5 Fearless Coral. Another one. Actually, a couple of weeks ago, there was another shade I was gonna buy. These are like in the $20 range now at the drugstore, even at Walmart. Ooh, that's pretty. That's right there. Then we have another Kosas blush. This one's in Dreamland. This is the bronzy, pinky bronze or bronzy. It's a bronzy blush. I swatched something on my hand earlier today and it has not left yet. I don't remember what it was though. Alright, we have another MAC blush. This one is in, it's a matte powdered blush. This is in the shade Desert Rose. If you're wondering, I am wiping my fingers off on a cloth. They're starting to get a bit stained though. I feel like this Desert Rose one, I have a hard time getting pigment. It's not picking anything up. Do I gotta scrape it? This is a fairly new blush to me. It's not picking any color up. That color came from me scraping some up on my nail and placing it here. That's a pretty color if I can get it to come out of the darn pan. Why does this one not pick up? I bought this from Sephora. Well, there that one is. I'm gonna have to see what I can do about that, because there's a few times I put different brushes in here and this is one I couldn't get to work. Yeah, Desert Rose powdered blush matte. I have another matte one and it picks up perfectly fine. We have the Milani in baked powder blush in Luminoso. That's a nice peachy color. We have Hourglass Ambient Lighting Blush in Mood Exposure. Swirl your finger all around. It's very light. That's why I like it. Because it's buildable. Then we have Kosas in Euphoria. Again, just swirl your finger all around. We have another REM Beauty blush. This one's in Rose on Mars. I don't know why I say rose, but it's a very soft blush color. Okay, maybe I have a few tones that are kind of like that, or shades, but they're like varying tones, okay? This is my second oldest blush, Hourglass Ambient Lighting in Diffused Heat. I will one day hit pan on this. Wow, that looks so light. It's super sheer though. I like it though, because it's also glowy. So. Then we have, who is this? Is it Armani? Luminous Silk in Euphoria. Glow Blush. Okay. So it's one of the glow blushes. It's not a matte one. Looks like this. This one pulls gold on me, which I don't like. But I still like the blush itself. It would also make nice for an eyeshadow if you want it. Because it's very pretty. It's peachy. Then we have a Sephora colorful blush. This is a matte formula. And it's in the shade Self-Made. Looks like this. Sometimes things don't swatch as nicely, but going on your face with a brush, they go on quite nicely. I feel like I'm missing a certain color. I don't got no reds or like anything really berry. Alright, these I use as blushes because they're so pigmented. The two I have are both so similar that I only need one. But these are the Fenty Hot Cheeks. I tend to use these in the summer, spring and summer. So we have their Velour Blush Lighter. But again, I use them as hot blushes. This one's Baked Peach. And it's the kind of product you only need one. You don't need them all. But me being me, I was like, oh, hot damn. That's pretty. So that's Baked Peach. And then, of course, I picked up Juicy Peach. I might as well have picked up the other one, but I didn't. I don't even know if we can still get these. Can we? Maybe. But here's Juicy Peach. So Juicy Peach is the lightest one, or this one's supposed to be for a light skin tone. Baked Peach, I think, was for the dark or me. I don't know. But I know Juicy Peach was for the... If you're to do it light, medium, dark, this would be for light. But I think everybody could all probably get away with using them. So pretty. There they are. Oh, I definitely see a difference. One's more pinky, like pinky peach, and the other one's more peachy peach. In the brain. Stop it. Every time I say pinky, Matt starts saying pinky in the brain, pinky in the brain. Alright, again, these are Rare Beauty. We have powdered blush in the shade Cheer. Very pretty. And then we have the shade Hope. Right there. They're both pretty. All right. We have the NYX or NYX Buttermelt Blush in the shade Better Than Before. So it's a deep raspberry. This is not the shade I wanted. Okay, if it looked like this, maybe. And even here it looks fine. And I guess right there looks fine. But I feel like once you actually swatch it out, you're like, what have I bought? It looks too... I mean, I could probably make it work, but that looks too colorful. That looks too neon or bright. I don't know. I don't really like the shade, but we'll see. I haven't really given it a chance. Right off the bat, I was like, I don't like you. Which is not fair. Alright. We have Laura Geller. The Geller's Greatest Blush Crush Baked Blush Trio. There is Sunswept, Pink, Buttercream, and Tropic Hues. And those are right there. I'm going to wipe these off. But just so you guys can get a last look of what's on here. I feel like I have a good variety. Although some of you might say, Tammy, those look a lot alike. I can tell the difference. Different undertones. Some are more sheer. Some are more colorful. It's just like when a man's like, hey, don't you already have a lip gloss that color at home? And you're like, no, man, they're different. And you put them side by side and you can tell the difference. And he's like, I can't. We can tell, okay? We can tell the difference. Let's get this all off. I'm not going to do, well, I say I'm not going to, but I might. So I'll just not say anything. Yeah, this is why I decided just to do my blush collection on its own. Because I don't know how long it'll take. Especially, because I do know some people, they do want to see swatches. They don't want to just see the products. Obviously, eyeshadow palettes, I wasn't going to swatch those. Because that would have took a day and a half. But I was like, if I'm going to swatch something, it can be my blushes. Alright, let's move forward. I guess I'll just show you the blushes that are in here. So it's just this one and this one. And they're both Hourglass. One is called Pink Fusion Oasis Glow. I guess 3 of them are blushes. Really? One second. So number 3, Pink Fusion. So this is Pink Fusion. Number 4 apparently is Oasis Glow. That, I thought that was a highlighter or a bronzer. And then, of course, the coral one. Are they sure that is a... I guess it would be like a nude. Like a nude blush? Yeah, I guess. But it also looks like a bronzer. Alright, now that we got that taken care of, I can go back in there. Okay, my Tartelette palette. I'm not going to swatch these, but this is the Tarte Precious Gems Amazonian Clay Cheek Palette. And there are several blushes in here. The one I usually use all of them except for the bronzer because I don't like the bronzer that's in here. Then I have this ColourPop palette, Z palette that I made myself. And I have 2 blushes in here, which I forget that I have, which is why I'm doing this video. So we have New to You, and it's a matte. And then we have Staycation, Staycation.com. Those are pretty. This needs to stay. This is going to go in my everyday makeup. I have a drawer here where certain things permanently stay, like a mirror, an eyelash curler, some face powders. That's going to go in there. Same with this Amazonian clay palette. Okay. Next, we have Tarte. There's a blush in here. That one's pretty. And that's called Rose Luster. In this one, we have a matte coral. Is that really coral? Yep. Matte coral. And these trios came in a trio last year. It was the... Well, they all say Amazonian clay face palette, but we have like Romantic Roses, Sunkissed Showstoppers, and then we have Everyday Essentials. The one that's in here is Pink Luster. Is there two Pink Lusters? Oh, the first one was Rose Luster. This one is Pink Luster. And yeah, I don't know if you can get these anymore, but they came in a set. And I like them. If I'm being honest, some of this stuff used to be my go-tos, but the more I add it into my collection, then I don't necessarily forget that I have some things, but then I start liking some other things even more. Okay, then we have the ColourPop. These will be the last blushes that I swatched, because the rest are going to be my cream and liquids. So we have Growth Flirt. G2G. I feel like I'm gonna have like 50 freaking clips to clip together to get my video done, the amount of times I've had to like stop so I could let one rip and come back. But I know you guys don't want to hear it. Then we have Between the Sheets. There's that one. Prenup. This is the one that I've dug into the most, I think. Oops, I kind of... That one's very light, but pretty. Cruel Intentions. I haven't watched that movie in a long time. It's one of my favorite movies. It was one of my favorite movies growing up. Inappropriate, but I watched that movie so many times. Digital Baddie. This one feels creamy. Again, I'm not counting blushes. Just like I didn't count my eyeshadow palettes in that, I'm not counting blushes. Birthday Suit. I don't really care to know how much I have. This one looks so pretty. I mean, they all look pretty. Nice. Okay, now we'll go on to the cream and cream and liquid. in my mind, I'm like, do I have blushes anywhere else? I don't think I do, right? No, I don't think I do. Okay, so we use this today. This is the shade Berry Well. When I was at Walmart today, I went over to look to find a name. The shade's Berry Well. I use this today underneath my RMS blush. My makeup is still fully intact. I've had it on since, what, 9:30 this morning? 9:30, I think. It's currently 20 after 8. But that's one blush. Then we have Makeup by Mario Soft Pop Plumping Blush Veil in Perfect Pink. We have Makeup by Mario Soft Pop Plumping Blush Veil in Barely Blushing. This was the first blush that I bought from him. Sorry, second. This is his first of this formula that I bought. We have Danessa Myricks in Spiced Latte. Bayfree in Pink Sakura. Tower 28 in the shade Office Hours. REM. It's a cheek and lipstick, but I use it just on my cheeks in the shade Opening Night. Lawless Pinch My Cheek Soft Blur Cream Blush in the shade Rosebud. I think there's 2 more shades of this that I'd like to get, but I think I need to use up a couple of my cream blushes first because they can go bad. Then we have another Lawless Pinch My Cheeks Soft Blur Cream Blush in the shade Angel. We have another Bayfree in the shade Nude Gardenia. I don't think I'd be able to tell you guys my favorite blushes because I genuinely like a lot. I pretty much like a lot of what I have. We have an e.l.f. blush. This one's in Maui, I think. Then we have Stockholm by Merit. Mood by Merit. Bespoke by Merit. We have another one from e.l.f. This one is, Bio del Sol, something like that. Super pretty. We have Camo Liquid Blush from e.l.f. This is in the shade Coral Crush. I don't like how they have these on here. Another e.l.f. Camo blush. This is the nude one. Sorry, Dusty Rose is what it's called. This is another one. I feel like it says Pinky Promise, but pink? It's pink something, but it's super pretty. I mean, they don't have repeat shades or shades that look similar. Like, they're all different. And then I have, this is the mauve one, I believe. This one says something nude. Again, they need to mark it on the side here like they do this, so it's easier to tell. Anyways, all a lot to say, I like them. We have a Pat McGrath in Divine Rose. This is their blush stick. Legendary Glow Color Bomb. Man, I hate how they have stuff printed. Quo Beauty in the shade Rosy Brown. Rare Beauty liquid blush, that's in the shade Grace. And then I have the shade Encourage. We have a Glossier Cloud Paint in the shade Puff. Looks like a peachy color. A mini Rare Beauty in the shade, I think it's Joy. Yep. I like those kind of colors in the summer. We have Patrick Ta, She's That Girl. He has 2 more that I'd like to get down the road. Alright, we have LYS in the shade. This one I think is Bubbly. And then we have this one in the shade Curvy. One's more peachy, one's more pink. We have this L'Oreal Lumi liquid blush in the shade Dewy Bright Pink 605. And another Quo blush stick in the shade Blushing 97. Okay. Then we have Danessa Myricks. This is a mini one in the shade Jubilee. Then this one here, I think it's called Red Velvet. Yeah. Another mini one in the shade Red Velvet. Then we have this one here called Dancing Queen. I feel like this one's a little... This might actually go nice with that NYX blush that I'm uncertain about, actually. So that might be a combo that I try out. And then we have Rose and Brunch. I'm like, how did I stack these in here? Okay, is that it? Yeah, that's it, folks. I'm just trying to think, am I missing any other blushes? I don't think I am, because I usually keep them all together. Yeah. That's my blush collection, powder and liquid. I'll have to wipe this arm off now, too. I kind of touched the cloth that's on my leg with this one. But, yeah. That's all she wrote, folks. And I'm going to skedaddle on out of here. And then, yeah. This video will go up probably... Well, it'll go up when it goes up. And I'll record my next 2 videos when I get around to it. The lip products, which I might do swatches of that for you guys, especially if you're like similar to my skin tone, or if you're into like the same color stories that I am. Like I said, I'm a neutral girl. I like neutrals that pops of color. So, And yeah, maybe you have like the same complexion or skin tone as me too. I'm super pale, but I wear blush and bronzer and I'm so pale. But I use all that doohickey stuff. If you do want to see this makeup look, I think I titled the video Another Pinky Neutral Get Ready With Me. Because it's like neutral until you close your eyes and you see a pop of pink. I don't know how to wink. Sorry. Alright. What do you think? Do you guys have any of these blush products that I have? And if you do, what's your favorite? I literally, at this point, I thoroughly enjoy makeup. I don't think I could tell you my number one. Like, if someone said, okay, Tammy, pick one blush out of your collection, one cream and one powder, what would it be? I would sit here for a long time. Oh, I forgot to show you guys these. I also have two of the Kaja Bentos. One is in the shade Sugar Cookie. So there's this blush. Wow, that's very, that looks like a bronzer. Why is that so bronzy looking? And then we have Cloud Latte. There's also highlighters and bronzers in there, but I'll show you guys when I do that video, probably. Let's put this back. Those were sitting right there. I'm pretty sure I even looked right at them. Hey, come back here. All right. Yeah, I don't think I could pick a favorite powder blush or a favorite liquid or cream blush because I like it all. I don't know what ones I put down here, but these are not budging. All right. I need to go put this away and take a shower. Yeah. I'm guessing I'm going to declutter this one. It does say, I'm pretty sure I've said this in the past too when I used it. Revlon Powder Blush. Brush on for silky, buildable color. Naughty Nude. I mean, I guess it is very nude, but it looks bronzy. Maybe I'll hold on to it for a little longer. If I don't use it within 6 months, I'll get rid of it. Alright, I thank you guys for hanging around. Again, apologies because there's going to be several clips being clipped together. Because yeah. I'm going to get out of here now for real. Thanks for watching. Gumber, keep an eye out. You never know what's coming. Anyways, guys, have a good one.